everyone, today I'm taking a look at the customs I made that were all featured in Mutated Monstrosities, Part 2. Now it's kind of a lot to go over here since I had a lot in this video, but I also want to go over some things I wish I could have done with my toy film I made, like some things I feel like could have improved. So I want to go over the ones that I've already featured in my previous toy film, just so I can get those out of the way really quick. I already went over this Triceratops in my previous video, showcasing the customs from part 1. Yeah, this is Triceratops. Get him out of the way. Also, the Distortus Rex. He's not really a custom, I just extended the brown paint to the end of the tail, as well as the white underbelly, and painted his claws on his hands, and tiny T-Rex arms. So we'll just move him out of the way for too. So we'll go over the new ones I have yet to showcase. So these three here were entirely based off of the cancelled Jurassic Park Kenner toy line Chaos Effect. I'm sure if you're a Jurassic fan, I'm sure you've heard of it. So this Baryonyx is also based off one of the cancelled toys, and there's actually a picture of a Baryonyx figure that they were going to release, but they canceled, and his colors are entirely based off of him. I even added a little JP stamp on him. But yeah, when I made these customs, I had no clue what I was going to do with them, and I just put them in my storage bin, and they never saw the light of day. Well, they saw the light of day, but I never really showed them on my channel. And I'm glad I did now. Because since I've been redoing toy films and stuff like that, I've had a chance to show these guys, and I'm glad I've taken them out of storage, because they look awesome. I had a lot of fun making this guy, and again, I made a lot of these a while ago. I just have not really showcased them, and he turned out really good. I like how he turned out. He's a really good figure. He was originally he came in like a set with Owen and some compies. It was like a pink one. He had like scars on him or something. It's like Battle Damage Baryonyx or something. I can't really remember what it was called. It came out like in 2019, I want to say. And then this Velociraptor. Now, I can't remember if I based him off of anything, or if I just entirely made him up. I think there are elements that I made up on this, but I think there are some that are based off of the original toy line. Now, he does not look this blue in person. He's more of, like, greenish in person. My camera just can't pick up on the greenish part for some reason. Again, another one I made a while ago, I just never really showcased here. Now, I'm happy with how it turned out. Here's another Velociraptor. Now, this guy is awesome. It's supposed to be based off of Tiger. And this was a lot of fun for me to make. I made this one, again, a while ago. I don't know what to say. He looks really nice, and I'm very, very pleased with how it turned out. I think it looks really nice. And I like the idea of having a mutated one, well, mutated color scheme, like living with a perfectly normal one. So again, this is another one I made a while ago. I just did not showcase because I didn't know what to put him in. This is, gosh, I can't remember what I called him. I think it was like, or Stegoia? Yeah, Stegoia. And what happened was I got a big box of random dinosaurs, and this guy was in it. And he did not have the Stegosaurus plates, I added that, but he looked like an Orthnelia, but except he had a Velociraptor toe claw, and like Velociraptor-style hands. And I thought that was really weird. I don't know why they would give him Velociraptor hands. It even calls him a Velociraptor. I can't really see that well. Yeah, Velociraptor. Velociraptors. Yeah, multiple, I guess. However, I thought I could paint him, and so this is the color scheme here, minus the red plates, was pretty much how I repainted him as. However, I felt like I needed something. So I chopped off the plates on one of my Stegosaur toys, and I glued them onto him, as well as the Thagomizers. However, since he's been sitting in my storage bin for so long, he lost a couple of his plates, which I could not find. So I just added some blood on it, as if they were, whoopsies, ripped off, and claimed, oh, it's just the Velociraptors, they attacked him, that's all. Here we have a mini Canyon T-Rex. Now, he was a paint-it-yourself dinosaur, so he was all white when I first got him, and I'm like, what can I make him as? And so I did the Canyon T-Rex. And I think it turned out Honestly, probably better than my big one, honestly. He looks decent. I like him. So this guy, he had so much potential for the toy film, but I just couldn't. I wish I had put him. I wish I could have made more use from him. I just kind of put him blankly as, oh, he's the dinosaur that waits for the T-Rex to eat and then steals the scraps. Like, I would have loved for me to like make a conflict between the Baryonyx pack and him, like over territory or something. However, I kind of forgot about that segment, and I'm like, okay, what can I use him in? And so I just kind of threw that little scene together. I wanted to showcase these two customs, but I'm like, I just couldn't think of a scene to put them in, so I just kind of brought them there and just kind of just showed them real quick and just brushed them off. I wish I could have included them a little more into the story. Good night. So this is the Ichthyovenator, and I like the figure. I just thought that the colors were so, they just were horrible. It was like bright green, like it just looked really, really bad. And I'm like, okay, what could I make this into? And I thought, hey, what about that Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, that toy line, the Hasbro toy line? I'm like, say, that's a good thought. And again, I made this guy kind of a while ago, but I never really got a chance to properly showcase him in a video, and I still did not properly showcase him in that toy film either, and I wish I had showcased him a little bit more. As you can see, I added some nice stripe detailing. The white underbelly looks really nice, I feel like. It just turned out really good. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's just a nice looking figure, and I'm pleased with how it turned out. Again, I made a lot of these a while ago, so here's this Dilophosaurus. I think I made him recently, I think a couple months ago, I want to say. But he's based off of sharks. You can kind of see it, the bluish gray color, and then the white underbelly. You can kind of see like the white triangles, kind of like sharks have. However, I either thought red or orange on his frills and crest to make him pop. I ultimately went with the orange. I think the red would have looked better, honestly, but he still looks good. I do wish I could have included him just a tad more in my films, or in that film. But either way, okay. Now we have the big boy. Big Canyon T-Rex, missing an eye. Now, as cool as it looks, I don't like him that much. Like, it did not turn out the way I wanted it to. I feel like if you look closer on it, you can see there's so many white specks with this orange and black is supposed to be. And this black stripe isn't really a stripe, it's just this weird lump of black with like orange around it. Like, it just did not look very good. I think the only thing saving it for me hating this is honestly the inclusion of me using my little knife and scraping out a bit of the plastic on its left eye. So it looks like it's something scratched its eye out. And I also painted some scars around it. I don't think I needed to include one on the body, but I did. You can see a little stain where food coloring was. And yes, again, these stripes are nicely sized on the legs. However, the ones over here, they're just too small. Like, they should have been bigger. Before I filmed, I did actually do some improvements with him. I made the black a little more, I did some more dry brushing I did more dry brushing on the underbelly and on the lower jaw, before I filmed. I also added some more scars. And I do like the little inclusion I did with the orange spots on his, on the top of him. And tell me in the comments, do you think I should do more longer videos, which will probably take longer to release, because it takes me longer to film and edit them? Or would you rather want, like, 10-minute videos, which would probably come out once or twice a week, I would imagine. So, I don't know, what do you think? And what's your favorite custom I showed here? Oh, no, of course we can have the little baby one next to her mama. Ah!